Hi, welcome to Plaid Craft TV. I'm Steve Piacenza.
And I'm Cathie Filian, and today we're taking designer scrapbook paper and we're making a paper quilt block that can hang on your wall.
So to get started making our paper quilt block, the first thing we did was around the frame here, we kind of marbleized it by using paint underneath, and then we did some sponging right on top just to give it a marble look. Then with our scrap paper, just like this, the quilt blocks, we just Mod Podged right on top, alternating the colors back and forth, and then kind of shredded the edges here just to give it a nice kind of antique look and make it look a little bit more quilt fabric-like.
Exactly.
And a hook on the back here, great piece of artwork to hang on your wall.
This would look great in any craft room or sewing room. It would be a great way to show off any of your designer scrapbook papers that you want to tuck away. Well, now you can just put them this way and hang them on your wall. Make art.
Great way to use them.
So to get started, I want to show you the surface that we're using. This is a surface that's from Plaid, and you see that you get this outer frame, and you're going to get 9 of these wood squares, and those fit right in there. And what we're going to do to each of the squares is we're going to coordinate with our different papers and have a different paper on each square. And the first thing that we did was we went in, I love this pink parfait, this is the apple barrel paint, and we just lightly painted around the edges. You don't even need to paint the centers because we're going to be Mod Podging right over that. You do want to get the edges because you do see a little bit in there once this is put together. So very simple, quick painting. I've got one here that's dry. To this one, we're going to add Mod Podge, our favorite medium in the world. Add a layer of Mod Podge to the top of that. And then we'll place our decorative paper on top. Now I've pre-cut the decorative paper just slightly, almost exactly the size, but slightly bigger. And that's because we're gonna sand some of that away. Brayer that down. And once that's brayered down, you can add a second top coat. Just very quickly add a little bit more. This is all gonna dry clear.
Seals it down and protects it at the same time.
And then you'll be ready to set that aside and let it dry. This one will probably dry in about 2 hours, no problem. I've got one here that's been drying, and this one's ready to get that tattered edge that you were talking about.
Let's make it look a little bit more like fabric.
Yeah, and you know the cool thing is once these are all put together, that little extra tattered edge just adds another layer to it. So
and it brings that pink from underneath, shoots out.
Yeah, it's kind of like your stitching line.
Yes.
So you'll just go in with some of your, I don't know, I think this is 180 grit. Yep, 80 grit.
Yes, not very rough at all. Doesn't take much at all to do this.
We'll just start sanding the edges. Making a mess. You'll just sand those edges until you get some of the paper tattered away and you get a little bit of the natural wood with some of the pink showing through. Now you're going to want to do that. Can I see the finished piece?
Certainly.
You're going to want to make 5 out of one print, and then you're going to do 4 out of another. A lot of scrapbooking papers are coordinated, one color on one side, one color on the other, and that's exactly what we did here. So you can see how they all match together.
It's going to look great, and with the idea of using the scrapbook paper colors and the paint, we coordinated the paint colors to match our papers, of course. So with our base frame here, we use the patina color because that is a color that is in our scrapbook papers, and we just base coated the whole thing. Then on top, what we're going to do is we're going to use our foam sponge here, and we're going to add some of this fresh foliage color from Folk Art, which we love. A little squirt. Now remember, keep your sponge wet.
Oh, that's a good tip.
Get some paint on your sponge and then dab off. And what this is going to do is it's going to give you a nice marbleizing effect across your whole entire board. So you can see that base color popping through, and you get this beautiful green foliage color coming through, and you're going to work your way all the way around, and again, it's just a great effect. And what I love about this project is we did coordinate all the colors in the folk art paint with our scrapbook, so everything's kind of matchy. Now, of course, whatever scrapbook paper you have, you can coordinate your folk art colors with that, because Plaid has hundreds of colors and you can make it and design it to your specific room that you're gonna put your piece of artwork in. So I'm working all the way around, and then of course I always like to make sure that I get my edges done. We do not want to forget about those. And here we go. And you just want to finish painting all the way around.
Once your painting is completed, you'll be ready to glue in your quilt squares. Now we use hot glue, you could use wood glue or any kind of heavy duty glue and just glue them right in. And because this comes with a picture hanger on the back, you'll be ready to hang it on your wall.
So if you want more information on this project, don't forget to go to plaidonline.com.
And be sure to check out our bonus idea where we're using paint and paper to create a fabulous shabby frame. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time.
Bye guys. I think this will go good in your craft room.
I know.
Right?